back to TIECE'S TV. Today, y'all, I'm about to do a little cook with me video for you guys. Now, I decided to just do this video because I was about to make dinner for my husband and I. I cook quite often, I guess you would say. I wanted to just kind of, show you guys what I've been learning. I've been trying to gather some new recipes because I don't like to eat the same thing over and over and over. This recipe I have tried once before and it was so delicious the first time I made it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it again tonight. And I was like, let me bring y'all along so you guys can maybe hopefully learn how to cook if you don't know how, as a single woman, engaged woman, married woman, whomever. Or you just want to add a recipe to a little, what do you call it, repertoire? Stash? You know what I'm trying to say. So tonight I'm gonna be making some garlic shrimp scampi with a side of broccoli. You only need a few ingredients, and so this is really easy. It was simple the first time I made it. Before we get into this video, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to you, girl, you know what I'm saying? Because we are doing some great things over here on my corner of the internet. And also hit the notification bell button to be notified when I post a video. And so yeah, let's go to get into it. These are the ingredients that I'm going to use for tonight. I have some white wine. This is just a Pinot Grigio that I picked up, the cheapest one I could find, honestly, because that's just me. But you just need a dry white wine, some linguine noodles, or you can use angel noodles, or angel hair noodles, spaghetti, whatever type of like pasta you like. But I like linguine for this dish. I got some seasonings here. I got some salt. I got some adobo complete seasoning, which is one of my favorites. Got some garlic powder. May or may not use this. I don't know yet. I also have some Mrs. Dash salt-free original seasoning, which I love, one of my other favorites. I got some fresh black pepper. I got a garlic, 1 clove of garlic. Is this a clove? I think it is. But I got some garlic. And I also got a stick of butter. I got salted butter. I should have gotten unsalted butter, but just so I don't have a lot of salt in my dish. But I'll remember that next time. I have some broccoli here, and I also have my shrimp that are already freshly cleaned. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before I actually start cooking anything, or honestly, I use this principle with every area of my life, but for cooking purposes, I always start off with a prayer. I don't know why, but prayer to me is like an extra little seasoning that just really sets off the meal. If I don't pray, my meal could probably still turn out great, but if I do pray, it comes out banging, busting, every time. Okay, so I'm gonna do a prayer. God, thank you so much for today. Thank you, God, for being so amazing. I pray, Lord, that you will bless my hands. Allow me to just make a delicious meal for my family, Lord God. And I pray that you will bless it right now. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Okay, just real simple, just real quick. So I have 2 pots here. One that I'm gonna cook my shrimp and my sauce in. And then I have another big pot for my spaghetti or my linguine pasta. So I've already filled the pot with water. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on to high. And I'm going to take my pink Himalayan salt. I'm just gonna add it to my water just to give taste to the noodles. A little taste for all my island people out there. A little taste. I've been practicing my patois accent a lot lately, so you might see it come out a little bit. That sounds really not right. You might see it come out a little bit, and I don't know, I'm just going to keep talking, and I hope this is not offending anyone who's Jamaican, because I'm actually Jamaican. Not really, but I can really be. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. So I'm gonna let that come to a boil. While that's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning the shrimps. Let's do that. I have my shrimp in a bowl. I just got a pound of shrimp. Of course, you can add as much or little shrimp that you would like, but we like seafood around here, so I got a pound of shrimp here. I'm just gonna go ahead and just add seasoning to my liking. I really don't have measurements to this recipe, but I'm gonna say for the adobo seasoning, because it does have salt in it, I'm probably gonna use maybe like a tablespoon of this adobo seasoning. I'm just gonna cover it like that, like so. Add a little bit of that. I need to stop saying that. And then I'm going to go in with my Mrs. Dash, or is this just Dash? this doesn't even say Mrs. I'm gonna probably do a tablespoon of this as well. Probably do a little bit more, maybe like a tablespoon and a half. Let's just do that. Because this actually doesn't have any salt in it, so you can honestly season it as much as you like, depending on how you want it to taste. And then I'm gonna do just a little bit of garlic, just a little bit. That's enough. Because honestly, I'm gonna already add garlic to the sauce, so I don't wanna, you know, put way too much garlic in this dish. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this to the side. I'm gonna wash my hands because maybe I should have worn some gloves because I just did my nails and they're like catching to everything. But let me show you my nails real quick. They look so cute. I did these myself. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Moving on. So while my water is boiling and while I'm cooking the noodles, I'm gonna go ahead and start creating the sauce. So you're gonna need this garlic here. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer because I feel like y'all cannot see. So I'm gonna be using this garlic here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off the butt end. I think I need I need to sharpen my knives. Yeah, definitely need to sharpen my knives. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mince my garlic. All right, so I have 7 cloves of garlic here that I'm gonna use, and I'm just gonna smash them up like so. And then I'm just gonna peel it like that. Now, of course, you can buy some minced garlic like already in a jar. They have them. I want to say it's like near, maybe it's in the produce section. Sometimes it can be in the seasoning section as well. But I prefer to have like fresh ingredients if possible. Like whenever I know I'm going to cook something with like onion powder or garlic powder, I just would much rather use the fresh garlic and onion, things like that, because it just tastes so much better. All right, so that is the only thing I have to cut up, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to cooking our shrimp and then making our sauce. So let's do that. Okay, so my water is getting to a boil. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on my shrimp, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn my eye into like a medium-high heat. I'll do maybe like a 6 on here, but I'm gonna do a medium-high heat, and I'm just going to add some olive oil to my pan. I'm gonna try to cover up the bottom entirely. Okay, so it's gonna look a little bit like that, and my water is boiling really good. So we're gonna go ahead and add our noodles to the pot while this heats up. Now you can do half of this, of the noodle. This is actually 1 full linguine pack of noodles, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and do all of it because I need this to last for like a couple days. So, and we eat this really fast. So, I'm gonna go ahead and add all of these noodles. Actually, no, I'm gonna do like maybe 3/4 actually. I don't do that many. If I need more pasta, I'll cook it. It'll take a couple minutes to cook. And I'm just gonna take my spoon and just make sure all the noodles are submerged. And I'm gonna cook this until they become al dente. I think that's how you say it. So I believe you just need to let it cook for maybe about 7 to 8 minutes. For the shrimp, I have my olive oil in the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and add some butter to that. Now we like to have a lot of sauce on our shrimp scampi, so I'm actually gonna make twice as much for us because we just like a sauce on it. For those of you who want to make just a regular amount of sauce for your shrimp scampi, just do half of what I'm doing. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and make a lot of it because we just need a lot of this sauce, okay? Another tip that you can do to make sure that your noodles don't stick is just add a little bit of olive oil to your pan, just a little bit. And that'll make sure that it doesn't stick. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add half of a stick of butter. And I'm gonna let the butter melt all the way through. All right, so my butter is almost melted. I'm just gonna stir it a little bit just so I can get all the way through. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and add my garlic to it. Add all of my minced garlic. And I'm just gonna stir that around. Now don't forget to stir these noodles. Alright, so now I'm gonna add my shrimp in. And I'm gonna cook it for about a minute on each side. Or until it turns pink. Okay, so while this is cooking, I'm gonna make sure that this is also being stirred as well. Make sure they're not sticking to each other. I think the noodles are almost done though. I'm gonna just give it like a few more minutes. Now remember, shrimp does not, or seafood don't really take long to cook at all. So you don't want to overcook your shrimp because it will start tasting like rubbery, and it just won't taste good. It just won't be good at all. So only a minute or two on each side. Alright y'all, so now that my shrimp is already done and I don't want to overcook them, so I'm going to just place them in a separate bowl, just off to the side until I'm ready to add them to my dish. Now I want to make sure that I'm not picking up too much of the sauce because that is what I'm going to be using to create my sauce for the shrimp scampi. So I'm just being careful to making sure I'm only picking up the shrimp, leaving that garlic in there and that butter. This looks so good. Now the other half of that butter, I'm going to go ahead and add it to the pot because like I said, I'm going to be making a lot of sauce. So adding that other half of the butter. Now my pasta is done cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and give it one last stir. Just to make sure nothing's sticking. And I'm going to go ahead and drain all the water out. And I might add, you know what? This is new, but I'm going to add a little bit of pasta water to my sauce here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of pasta water. A little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Alright, as you can see, I am getting oily, so that means I'm doing something right. Okay, so I have my butter is melting. I added my pasta water. And I still have my oil, my garlic, and all of my seasonings that I had from the shrimp in this pan. So, and I also have this pot with the noodles just drained and everything like that. So, I'm gonna add my wine. It's recommended to use like 1/3 of a cup of wine. I'm gonna use a little bit more because, like I said, I'm gonna make a big sauce for it. So I'm gonna use maybe about 2 cups of wine. And honestly, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit because I want it to cook a little bit. That's a lot. Go do that at home, kids. Woo! Y'all, let me just show y'all the shrimp. Like, it looks so good. Is it focusing? I feel like it's focusing on me. Look at that. Smells good too. So I'm just gonna let this cook down a little bit. And my AC just turned on, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. But, so while this is cooking down, I'm gonna set my noodles to the side. And I'm gonna start on making my broccoli. Okay, back up a little bit, back up a little bit. Okay, so I have another pan here. I'm gonna go ahead and set this to medium-high heat as well. I'm gonna need some butter. We're gonna use the salt butter because, you know, why not? Might as well, but you can, of course, use unsalted butter or vegan butter. We normally use vegan butter in this household, but I just wanted to use actual real butter for this meal because I just feel like it tastes a little bit better. I'm gonna add like 2 tablespoons of butter. Yeah, that was 2. We're gonna go ahead and just stir this up. I also want to taste this because, you know, depending on how it tastes, you may want to add a little bit more seasoning to your sauce. Tastes good, but I think I'm going to add some more salt and pepper. And a little bit of adobo. Me love adobo. Nothing wrong with adding some seasoning. Now I did add quite a bit of wine in this, so it has definitely that wine taste to it. So I'm just going to add some fresh black pepper, adobo, and some salt. Stir it up. And I'm going to turn this down a little bit. So I'm going to turn it maybe like to a medium-low heat. And I'm going to just let it simmer. Okay, so my butter is ready to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and add my broccoli to the pan. And I would say that's about maybe 2.5 cups of broccoli, maybe 3, I don't know. And I'm going to be adding the same seasonings that I added to my shrimp and to my sauce and to the broccoli. So I'm going to start off with maybe about a tablespoon of garlic powder and maybe about a tablespoon of the Mrs. Dash. Tablespoon and a half look like. Honestly, just go with the feeling. Like, it's really not like a certain amount, but just like, you know, what you feel, what you're feeling like. Some salt. That wasn't a lot of salt. It came out slow. Just so y'all know. A little bit of pepper. We love pepper. And we won't do adobo. I'm not feeling that today. I'm going to mix it around, just making sure that the seasonings are incorporated really well into the broccoli. And I'm going to place a lid. I'm going to let it cook for about a couple of minutes just so it can soften up and get really nice. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and taste my sauce again. You always want to taste. You never want to serve it to your husband, you don't know what it tastes like. That is a no-no. So much better. Alright, so now that our sauce is done, I'm going to put this eye on low because what I'm going to do, now this is very optional. I just like my pastas to be very hot, but this is optional. So the pot that has my noodles in it, I'm going to add the sauce right inside. And I'm going to go ahead and add my shrimp. I'm going to give it a good stir. And while it's cooking on low, I'm going to go ahead and add a lid to it and just let it simmer for a few minutes. I feel like that just really helps to make sure all the seasonings, all the good flavors infuses together and tastes magnifique. Magnifique. You know what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's check on this broccoli. Stir it up a little bit. Okay, so all the burners are off. The food is cooked to perfection. I did taste the pasta and I wanted to add a little bit more seasoning, so I did end up adding just a little bit more seasoning because I like my food to taste wonderful. So it's really up to you how much seasoning you want to put in your food. You just taste as you go. And yeah, but just make sure, for those who don't know, do not add a lot of seasoning at first. Just add seasoning as you go because you don't want to over season or put too much salt in your food, and then it's just like it'll just be too much. It's better to add seasoning than for you to like put too much and then like you just can't take it back. Like it's done for. But let me go ahead and plate this. My husband goes first. I always serve him first because that's just what I like to do. I love to serve my husband. So I'm gonna go ahead and make his plate first and give it to him, and then let's see what he thinks. Okay. Now, even if you don't like it, you have to lie to my subscribers and say that you like it. I'm just playing.
I'm sure I like it.
I'm sure you will. Oh, let me get you real good. Let me get you right. You are so silly.
What kind of seasoning is this?
I didn't do.
I smell a whiff of paprika. No. That's why I said no, because I know it's not in here. I smell. Is that broccoli? I smell. That's broccoli.
Well, it's kind of on the plate. It's broccoli, baby. You got it.
That's what I am smelling. And you hit the pasta.
Pasta?
And
oh my god! Let me zoom out. I feel like it's too close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shrimp. Oh yes. All of this is
yes, baby.
Let me
just
try.
this time how you like.
Let me try.
You not smell everything?
Yes, I will combine the flavors.
Combine all the flavors.
This is for dinner, no?
It's for dinner, baby.
Okay, we will eat a little feast.
You're so extra. Yours extra. Is it good? Proud of it. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's good.
Is it good?
It's very good. Very good. I can use some salt though. I do like a little bit of.
I know you
just
are.
a little sprinkle of salt.
Crawdad's like.
Just a little sprinkle.
Baby, you eat so much salt.
If you could put a grain of salt right there, and there.
Doesn't matter what I cook. Crawdad's always supposed to add salt.
Not true.
Every time.
You made me
the
some,
salt.
You made me some pancakes the other day. Didn't put salt on that, did I? No.
Salt doesn't go.
So
on
how
pancakes.
you? But you said everything. Everything.
Every dinner.
Everything. That's what she said.
Do you want Parmesan cheese?
No, I'm just a little bit of that. You, if you want.
I don't want to add this. I already had. It was salted butter. I'll give you a little bit.
Spread around a little bit.
There you go. That's enough.
What was that?
Baby, that was salt.
I saw with my eyes 4 grains of salt.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
This is good. I'm like 5 years younger than Jatiz.
You're not.
Jatiz used to pick me up from school. That's how old.
You know what? Get your plate and go, please.
I'm just buying.
Go. You didn't even pray before you
very
got to the
good.
bite. Is it? It's
very
good.
good. You didn't pray over it?
I did. I prayed before I cook.
I trust you. You pray over food already.
Amen. All right, I'm getting hot. Okay, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. It seems like my husband liked it. Especially if I just add a little bit more salt, which I don't think so. But anyway, hopefully you guys learned a little bit and gained a new recipe for.
You need to title this video "Get You a Husband."
Get you a husband. Why they gotta get themselves a husband? Why the husband's supposed to get them?
Now that they can't cook like this, they're not getting nothing.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully, like I said, you guys learned a little bit today. Sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you guys learned a bit today. I hope my man is not over here just smacking. Y'all can hear only his smacking. But anyway, so until next time, guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Me I try again because me could do better than that. Okay.
Okay, let me stop. Get myself together. Just off camera. Kids may watch this video. Okay, so oh, you are so crooked. Okay. Ooh, that is ugly angle. Okay, so oh Jesus Christ, stool is in the way. I should do what?
You should make more cooking videos.
Why?
I just think the parents will like it.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I get to cook often?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what it's talking about. I did kind of try it off camera, but I added a little bit more seasoning to it. I'm trying to figure out why you need salt and everything. Babe, you finished before I could even make me a plate.
It's the flavor. The Bible says we are the salt.
Rocky.
We are the salt of the earth.
Rocky is looking at us like, where's mine?
It's like his head is just floating.
Right.
On a Pokemon body or something.
Mmm.
Mmm. Mmm.
Salt where, babe?
On my plate. That's where. That was great. Thank you.
You want some more?
That was amazing. In a minute.
You're welcome. Just so you guys can see that my husband really likes his food.
Yeah.
Lay one right here. Stop playing. You play every time.
Not playing.
Every time.
Eat that food in your
Nope.
mouth. Eat that food in your mouth and I'll give you
I'll chew it. But don't put it away.
That was like 50%. That was really like 70%. You gotta come in the last 30.
That was not real because you had your mouth open.
Cause you kissed me on surprise. How am I supposed to know you kissed me all fast? Nah. Boom, there it is. You need more than that?
Bye.
3 kisses.
See?
It was a little more.
Alright, y'all. Bye.